शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Welcome to all of you for today's session. So today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 13th chapter, 24th sloka onwards. लिखे गए के भाई So we discussed till sloka number 23 on this chapter. We started learning. Vidura asked questions based upon the Maitreya's presentation in the previous chapter. He asked about Narada and Prachetas. So, and he wanted to know what is the conversation among them. So to answer that, Maitreya started explaining about Maitreya Muni. So further, what happened? Who are the descendants of Dhruva Maharaj? So Dhruva Maharaj has two wives. He had two wives, one Ila and another one Brahmi. And Ila's son Utkala, he was eldest son. But he got a detachment from the day one, from his birth. So being a Gnani, actually, he went for the Brahma Nirvana. So like that, he was not at all having any interest. So he couldn't become a king. So after that, all the family members of that family together decided, ministers and everyone. So Brahmi's son, Vatsara. So Vatsara became king actually. And he has wife. What is the name of Vatsara's wife? Sunit, something. So like that. So after that, we have seen several descendants. So finally, we came Anga actually. Yes. Yes, please. Anga. The family list is descendants list is given in these slokas in this chapter. So you can refer that. So Anga is also one of the descendant in Dhruva Maharaj's lineage. So Anga's son, Vena. Maitreya started telling about Vena actually. Anga, so initially he was not getting children, but after doing Yajna for Vishnu, then he got a son, Vena, but he's a cruel boy. And because of him, so Anga left his house, his home, and he went to forest. Like that, Maitreya told. After hearing this, Vidura started asking questions. How such a great devotee, and he's a saintly person, Anga, and he got such a bad, cruel boy as a son. What is the reason, and so on. So he inquired questions. He inquired about this, and how. And also he asked Vidura asked these Brahmanas. So how why they gave shapam? What means Brahma shapam to a king? Generally, king even if he does mistake, their citizens they has to tolerate that because in the leading position whoever is there, you cannot pinpoint him all the time. There is a need of tolerance. If it is too extreme, then intolerance can be shown. Otherwise, no. So what is the reason actually? Why these Brahmanas who are the subjects of a king, but they cursed him? And what is the reason? And so on. So he asked. So in reply, we are going to see further 24 onwards. एतदाख्या हि मे ब्रह्मन् सुनीतात्मजचेष्टितम् श्रद्दधानाय भक्ताय त्वं परावर वित्तमः.
My dear Brahman, you are well convergent with all subjects, both past and future. Therefore, I wish to hear from you all the activities of King Vena. I am your faithful devotee, so please explain this.
Yeah. Vidura asking actually. He wants to know about this Vena. Purport. Vidura accepted Maitreya as his spiritual master. A disciple always inquires from the spiritual master, and the spiritual master answers the question, provided the disciple is very gentle and devoted. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said that by the mercy of spiritual master, one is blessed with the mercy of Supreme Lord. So the spiritual master is not inclined to disclose all secrets of transcendental science unless the disciple is very submissive and devoted. Yesterday we have seen how many types of gurus are there. What are those? Who are those? Diksha Guru and Shiksha Guru equal to Bhajan Shiksha Guru. One more. Shravan Guru. Different. Yeah. Shravana Guru. Shravana Guru means the procedure is like this. Jivatma initially, so it get association of sadhu. Okay. After getting association of sadhu, by sadhu's association, Jivatma initially have some little ruci and shraddha. Not ruci of that stage, simple ruci, and some shraddha. Then that Jivatma, that person, wants to know more specifically. Vishesha Bhubutsayam. That means, after getting this association, Jivatma wants to know more. Oh, who is he? What is that? Who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Association means initially that sadhu when he meet, so he will definitely give his mercy, may give, may not give. If he gives mercy, then this jivatma get the initial some taste and ruci. So that's just, what is that? A sloka. Vasudeva susruso sraddadhanasya Vasudeva katharjihi syan mahasyevaya vipra punyatirtha nishevana. So when we get the opportunity of associating sadhus, we don't get association, but they give association. So it is in their hands. And mercy also, it's not necessary that association automatically gives mercy also. So, of course, association includes some mercy, but additional mercy is needed for the different types of people. Like in the case of example, if you see Nalakuvera Managriva and their female companions, all were bathing in that river with naked bodies. So at that time, Narada went there. After seeing him, what was the response? All the females, they went immediately damsels. They covered their body with their clothes. But Nalakuvera and Manikriva, just to see. Like that, they opened everything and they showed. This is the response actually of Nalakuvera and Manikriva. Then, this is offense actually. Showing naked body to a sadhu is completely offense actually. Completely, they are negligent. And they are very offensive towards Narada. In their case, a special mercy is needed to become devotee. Just by Narada's association, they can't become devotee. But these damsels, they became devotees because they are not offensive. But Nalakuver and Manigriva, they need actually. So they need a mercy. That mercy Narad Muni gave in the form of curse. Yes. So they became trees. So Arjuna trees in compound of Nanda Maharaj. So because of that curse, they became devotees. So from this, what you understand? Just by sadhu's association, those who are not offensive, they will become devotees. But those are offensive, they will need extra mercy actually, not just association. This is a fundamental principle of our Gaudiya Vaishnava Siddhanta. You have to remember this. So that level of mercy, how much they need, that depends upon their how much offense. Dhritarashtra is very much fallen. He got association and he got mercy also. So association of Bhishmadev, association of Vidura again and Vidura again and again he instructed him, but still he is so offensive actually. He couldn't become devotee. Brahma Nirvana got. Yeah. They got the general rules. That is a high subject matter. Not based upon Bhava, even further advanced. Nityananda Tattva is different actually. Generally, I'm saying. So, this is the system actually. So, whenever the sadhu's association jiva gets, it depends upon their offensive nature also. That means whether they become devotee or not. So, now Shravana Guru point we are discussing. Shravana Guru, when it comes, that means after getting association, that means susruso sraddadhanasya Vasudeva katharji syan mahasyevaya vipraha punyatirtha nishevanat. So punyatirtha nishevanat means when they visit, randomly we go here and there. Sometimes we go to the devotees tirtha sthala also, holy places. Maybe we will not at the sake of we want to get some association. No, people will go randomly. So to do business or some to see the scene side, sightseeing. So for that other reasons they may go. But there what they get? Punyatirtha Nishevanat. They get the service towards the sadhus. What kind of service? Glancing, seeing, or sometimes they get hearing also. So then after that, because of that service, they get what? Susruso sraddadhanasya. So they get opportunity. They feel to associate that sadhu. Oh, he is so effulgent and so and so. And let me go and ask who is he, what he does here. So then they get little sraddadhanasya. Then what will happen? Vasudeva katharuchihi. So then the associate sadhu, then they will be getting the ruci. This is general explanation. But if you see in the systematic way, the procedure is that means ruci they got means they are higher level. That means so many steps are inside are taken out from that sloka. They are not mentioned in that sloka. But in general, what happens? So when person get association of sadhu, then after that he get little interest. That's based upon his offensive nature and also based upon the amount of mercy he gives. So now assume that he got some taste and some shraddha, little shraddha. This is not the drudha shraddha. So then because of that shraddha, little shraddha, he go and once again inquire that sadhu to know about what you are doing, who is absolute truth, and so on. So that is the Vishesh Bubutsa we say. Then what will happen? Then he will be explaining, he will be making him to hear about absolute truth, about Krishna actually. So it depends upon sadhu. He's a Gnani sadhu or otherwise the Bhakta sadhu. Depends. So Bhakta sadhu, he will be, and also he can be many types also. But the pure devotee, what he does, he will make him to hear about Krishna. For our interest is only pure devotee. So that's why we take that only. So that pure devotee sadhu, what he will make him to tell, he will be making him to hear about Krishna. So after hearing Krishna, immediately they got just half an hour. He heard for half an hour, and now I don't want to do anything, and I am the servant of the Lord, and just I will be 24 hours doing whatever you say, that devotion, all the time Krishna bhajan I will do. Like that he will come. Like that he will become. No. What he is going to get? Hearing, and then after that he is doing mananam actually. Acha, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why Krishna? Why not this? Why not that? Like that he'll be getting so many. So mananam process means contemplating whatever they heard actually. So when they hear that you are insignificant jivatma, why I am jivatma? I am this body. I am, and you are belongs to Krishna. If you say, what is the role of Krishna here? How I belongs to Krishna's one? I am belongs to my father and my mother. So many things actually. So many doubts keep on coming in his mind. So all these, as much as hearing, and so he is removing all his doubts. And finally, what will come? Durashratha will come. So the one who is making him to hear about Krishna, so he is Shravana Guru. Okay.
Shravana Guru can be Disha Guru also, not like.
Shravana Guru can be Siksha Guru. And that Shravana Guru, what he will do, he may, mostly Shravana Guru only will become Siksha Guru also. And also, initially he met Sadhu, and through that Sadhu he may meet even few more Sadhus. But among those Sadhus, only one he will make or two he will make as Shravana Gurus. And among those Shravana Gurus, so he will make one or two as Shravana Gurus can be even 5, 10 also. But among them, only one or two he will make as Siksha Guru. And from the Siksha Guru, what he will be learning? Not just hearing about Krishna, but he will be so knowing about how to do bhajan. That means you should do chanting, and you should be like this, and you should do like this, you should do like this, like this. He will be explaining. Whoever is explaining like that, whoever is making him to bhajan as per his shraddha. His shraddha is not drudha shraddha. That means that person now is not fully surrendered. He may be interested to do only 4 rounds. That means half an hour time only he can give for Krishna in his whole day. That much shraddha only he got. Then, as per his level of shraddha, Bhajana Siksha Guru engages him in Siksha Guru equal to Bhajana Siksha Guru. Okay. So Siksha Guru engages him in services. So based upon his shraddha level. Then what ultimately, so that Siksha Guru and Shravana Guru, who can be both same. So he will make him to hear further. So the target is getting complete surrender. And that means strong faith he should get in complete surrender. Then pure devotion begins. Before that, without complete surrender, identifying himself as body and doing so many activities and offering result of that activities is not at all a pure devotion. So, then after that, so by the bhajan shiksha guru, Bhagavad Vidhi, if he follows and he can go back to Godhead. But people who are very much lazy and crazy, so to guide them what? There is a need of, to discipline them, there is a need of what? Diksha. There is a need of Diksha. So, Diksha, Pancharatrika Diksha, based upon that Diksha, they will be getting the mantra. But Diksha Guru only one. Shiksha Gurus can be many. Shravana Gurus even more. But Diksha Guru should be only one. That's Shastra's rule actually. You cannot take mantras from different books. No. So finally, like this, we have Gurus. So Shravana Guru and Shiksha Guru can be, so Shastra upadestrnam. They explain about Shastra. And Bhajan Shiksha, Diksha Guru is mantra upadestrnam. And he is describing about mantra actually. These gurus, any guru, if you faithfully follow, if you follow any guru actually, and if you serve him faithfully, what they will do actually, guru's role is what? Huh? What they do, guru? What we discussed yesterday. Deliver. Guru prasada, what it will be doing? Huh? That is mantra. Diksha Guru will be explaining about sambandha. That is not I am asking. Divya Gnana. By serving Guru, what happens? Mercy. What is the use of that mercy? Guru Prasad is what is the use of Guru Prasad? Hey Baba, Dhrushraddha is Dhrushraddha he already got. And that's why he is serving Guru faithfully. That means Krishnanusilanam, Anyabilasha Sunning Gnana Karma Janavrutam Anukulen, Krishnanusilan there. Krishna Anusilanam means Krishna or Guru. Huh? What he will do?
24 hours. Bhajan.
No. If you serve Guru, by that Guru's mercy, what is going to? Guru's role is what? Guru Prasad. What is the need of the mercy of Guru?
5, 6, 7.
Huh?
5, 6, 7.
Oh, nahi. वो अलग है.
Okay.
क्या बोल रहा है? संदर्भ ढूंढते.
ये क्या वही है ना प्रति मतलब उनको सब याद है.
भगवत शास्त्रोपदेष्टॄणाम भगवन मंत्रोपदेष्टॄणाम व श्री गुरु चरणानाम नित्यमेव विशेष सेवां कुर्यात्. You should do regularly service to the Guru. Tat prasada, that means Guru's mercy. He swaswa nana pratikara dustyaja anarthas. Parama Bhagavat Prasadaucha. What is the role of Guru Prasad? Tat Prasad means, Tat means Gurus. Prasada means mercy. What is the role of Guru Prasad? Mercy of the Guru. Moolam means is a reason, is a root. Root for what? Swaswa Nana Pratikara. Swaswa Nana Pratikara Dustyaja Anardhahanav. Nana Pratikara Dustyaja Anardhahanav. That means anarthas which you cannot destroy by yourself. So in destruction, such anarthas can be destroyed by mercy of Guru. And also Parama Bhagavat Prasada Siddho. And Krishna's mercy comes through Guru's mercy. Yeah. Those anarthas which you cannot overcome by yourself, those things can be destroyed by Guru's mercy. Some people may be stuck in a loop actually. That means he is so offensive, because of that he is not getting any taste to do bhajan. And further he is going in that loop. He is feeling more and more to do offenses. And no interest to do any bhajan. Because to remove that offensive mentality, he should do bhajan. But because of his offenses, he is not getting any interest to do bhajan. So because that kind of anarthas are very, very dangerous. That means they keep you in a loop. That will be reducing your taste for the bhajan. So that actually by doing bhajan, your anarthas will be destroyed. But now you became victim actually. You became victim of those anarthas and not able to do any bhajan. And then what will happen? Day by day he is going down actually. And more he will lose the taste and rapidly. And he will become, because of that, he is becoming more and more offensive also. Offensive mentality lead to more and more offenses and also no taste for the holy name. Then after the few months or few years, what will happen? Akashat patitam toyam sagaram prati gacchati gaya comes out. Like that we see most of the people, because so swa prati nana pratikara dustyaja anardhahanav. They are not able to destroy those anarthas. Then what is the remedial process for this? Guru Prasada. Guru's mercy will definitely save them actually. If they serve Guru, holy name taste they may not have. But if they go and do service, whatever Guru said, then they will revive back. They can overcome those anarthas. That's why serving Krishna may be difficult. Chanting holy names all the time. But serving Guru is quite easy. Yes. So, because he's there, he's in front of you. And you can go and serve. And by his mercy, one can easily cross. So this is the, yeah.
Mercy means actually as a order of Vishwamaster. You get mercy.
Here, see, Bhagavad Shastra upadestrnam, Bhagavad Mantra upadestrnam va Sri Guru Charananam nityameva visheshra sevam kuryat. So that means, the service of the your mantra upadeshta or otherwise Shastra upadeshta. And whatever service he gives, whatever pleases them, that you should do. They will see the person how much he is in fallen. Based upon that, they will give the instructions so that he can be lifted. He can be lifted back. So Srila Vishwanath Chakra Thakur also says, Yasya prasada bhagavad prasada. Same Juhu Goswami is also writing same Jiva Goswami wrote same thing, wrote, and from this Vishwanath wrote, because Jiva Goswami is before. So Parama Bhagavad Prasada, Prasada Siddho. Lord's mercy also comes from Guru's mercy. So the spiritual master is not inclined to disclose all secrets of transcendental science unless the disciple is very submissive and devoted. As stated in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the process of receiving knowledge from the spiritual master entails submission, inquiry, and service. Tadvidya pranipatena paraprasthena sevaya upadekshanti te gnanam gnaninaha tattvadarshina. Jnaninas tattvadarshina. So submissiveness, inquiry, and service. These are all very important. So see, these principles are all the time true. Even in the Kali Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, or Satya Yuga, or any Yuga. Kali Yuga में नया नया कुछ नहीं आता है. ऐसे नहीं हम होली नेम ले लेंगे हो जाएगा कुछ नहीं. So these principles has to be followed any time. Then only result will be there. Every time. Next, Maitreya Vacha. Angoshvamedam rajarshir ajahara mahakratum nana jigmur devatas tasmin nahuta brahmavadibhi.
Headline. My dear Vidura, one of the great king Anga arranged performs great sacrifice known as Ashwamedha. Although experts Brahmanas presents knew how to invite the demigods, but in spite of their efforts, no demigods participated or appears in that sacrifice.
Yeah. So Maitreya started saying, Maitreya Vacha. As per inquiry of Vidura, Maitreya started explaining how Vena took birth. So one time Anga arranged a yajna, Ashwamedha yajna. But no demigods reached to that yajna to take their oblations. See, but a Vedic sacrifice is not an ordinary performance. The demigods used to participate in such sacrifices. And the animals sacrificed in such a performance were reincarnated with new life. In this age of Kali, there are no powerful Brahmanas who can invite the demigods or give renowned life to animals. Formerly, the Brahmanas, well conversant in the Vedic mantras, could show the potency of the mantras, but in this age, because there are no such Brahmanas, all such sacrifices are forbidden. So, using mantras, actually, one can make alive of the animals which were sacrificed in that yajna. That much potency was there in Brahmanas and the recitation of mantras. But in the Kali Yuga, no such a Brahmanas. That's why this Krishna conscious movement is started to create such a Brahmanas in future. Yeah, by using mantras, they can produce fire. All such sacrifices are forbidden. Kali Yuga also will happen this in this Varna Yuga.
Mantras are there. Mantras are
Like
there.
fire.
Still that mantra is there. That
Why not? If we chant, nothing is going to happen. जो जल रहे वो भी बुझ जाएगा. पूरी पापी. The sacrifice in which horses were offered were called Ashwamedha. Sometimes cows were sacrificed Gavalamba, not for eating purpose, but to give them new life in order to show the potency of the mantra. But actually that means Brahmanas, they used to check the potency of the mantras using this process. But there is no need to check potency of the Vaishnava mantras. In sastra, it is given that you don't need to check whether Vaishnava mantras are working or not. But those are all mantras which are there in the karma kanda, so those mantras has to be checked. That means yajna is like a laboratory actually, and they used to check the potency of the mantras. So, but in this case, so Vaishnava mantras, Harinam. Harinam is also mantra, but you don't need to check that. Just with full faith, one should chant. There is a instruction of Shastra. In this case, therefore, the only practical yajna is Sankirtan yajna, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So 24 hours a day. How many hours?
24.
24 hours. Why Prabhupada gives always this? Because we have to do pure devotion. That is a saying of 24 hours a day is equal to what? Pure devotion. Huh?
24 hours of pure devotion.
Pure devotion means 24 hours. If that is not done for 24 hours, then that is not pure devotion. That is misra. Any one limb out of 64 you can take and do for 24 hours. Best one is Hare Nama Anukirtanam. Anukirtanam. Chanting is most prominent limb actually. So 24 hours a day is not an easy statement. What is there in Prabhupada's mind actually while writing this word? 24 hours a day. He is remembering Anya Vilasha Sunyam and everything. The meaning of Anya Vilasha Sunyam is doing direct devotion 24 hours a day for pleasure of Krishna. So, what is that direct devotion? Chanting. Chanting. Here, chanting. You can do any others also, but recommended is chanting. Because this is Kali Yuga. Yeah.
New life, there is the cow is to get a human form or a cow like
Cow. Cow will get cow. Maybe I don't know much about those Vedic mantras. Maybe they may get human form also.
Krishna mantra and karma kanda.
Yeah, they are different. Karma kanda mantras you should recite as it is. Even if there is a small syllable is not pronounced properly, there will be pratyavaya actually. Not only the result will not come, but reaction also will come. But in the case of Vaishnava mantras, even if you are not able to utter the syllable properly, but still it is considered as uttered. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Lama if you say, instead of Ra, chalega. Or Krishna, Krishna, whatever you say, chalega. This is only the in Kali Yuga, especially. So this Vaishnava mantras, not only Kali Yuga, anytime. Vaishnava mantras have this privilege actually. They somehow or other, even if you approximately if you utter that syllable also is okay, considered. Even 2 letters in that mantra also if you utter, then that is counted actually.
And it is said, pronounce nicely, chant nicely.
That is to remove kadaryata.
Ah.
Otherwise, day by day, our niche jayega. But it's not. But someone is not able to pronounce, like Chinese. They have difficulty to pronounce some letters, syllables. It's impossible for them to bring out that voice, that sound. But you cannot say that now they are not chanting. No. So even if they put endeavor, they cannot do. So, but chalega. Tamuchurvismitastatra yajamana matatvijaha avimshi huyamanani nate kruhnanti devata.
The priest engaged the sacrifice, then informed King Anga, O king, we are properly offering the clarified butter in the sacrifice. But despite all our efforts, the demigods do not accept it.
Yeah. One thing actually, when I was saying Shravana Guru, Siksha Guru, and Diksha Guru, all these types of gurus I said from Bhakti Sandarbha. It's not my whimsical. And also association, initial small Ruci or Shraddha, then after that making one of the sadhu as guru and hearing from him more and doing Shravanam, then after that Mananam is everything. This procedure also explained by Juhu. This process is valid in the Kali Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, any Yuga. So that's why I didn't say, and that is same thing we see in now also. Same thing happens. Same way we make devotees. So that's why the procedure is given by him. And if you want to know, so I discussed these things in Guru Prrakara. What is there are two types of chances are there: Vicara pradhana abhaktas and Ruci pradhana abhaktas. Which are most of the people are Vicara pradhana only. So few maybe Ruci pradhana bhaktas, they get initial by association, they get the such a ruchi because of their mercy, they get such a ruchi. So they want to hear Krishna Katha 24 hours. And that kind of shraddha, that means I want to hear Krishna Katha 24 hours, that kind of shraddha if they get, so they can directly now enter into the pure devotion instead of knowing any. So they for them automatically there is no need to know about the who is supreme personality of, that means why Krishna only supreme personality of Godhead. So such a things are not necessary actually. But रुचि माने आधा घंटा 2 घंटा का रुचि नहीं. रुचि में आदि वो भी 10 दिन में एक बार आएगा रुचि, वो रुचि नहीं. 24 hours का रुचि. So that's why, do you find such a ruchi people in your preaching? Did you find like that? No, not. And that Ruci Pradhana Bhaktas also, after entering into that pure devotion, they mix Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti along with Raganuga Bhakti. They should do Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti as per sastra. Sruti Smriti Purana Pancharatta Vidim Vena Hare Raikanti Bhakti Utpataye Kalpate. So they do follow mix of the Vaidhi and Raganuga Bhakti. Vaidhi Sadhana and Raganu. That's recommended actually. Raganu sadhakas are recommended actually to do Vaidhi sadhaka initially. Anyway, we'll see that later. So this is the procedure actually, which are pradhanas mostly. That's why Drashraddha is our target. Drashraddha, one should get strong faith. So now in this sloka, what is said? The priest engaged in the sacrifice, then informed King Anga. O king, we are properly offered the clarified butter in the sacrifice, but despite of all our efforts, the demigods don't accept it. क्या समस्या है? Let us see. Rajan havimsha dushtani sraddaya sadhitani te chandamsyayata yamani yojitani dhrutavratai.
We know that the readiness to perform the sacrifice is well connected with great faith and care, and it's not prohibited. Our chanting of the Vedic hymns is also not deficient in any. For all the brahmanas and the priests present here are expert and are executing the performances properly.
Yeah. Everything is okay. Paraphlenia, Brahmanas also chanting nicely. Everything is fine. Then why demigods didn't come? So it is the practice of the Brahmanas conversant with the science of pronounce a Vedic mantra in the right accent. It means Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita. Anuswar, anuswar, ananuswar. Anunasika, sorry, anunasika, ananunasika, udatta, anudatta, swarita. If you take letter A, that means syllable A, how many types it will be as per the Vedic mantras? Huh? 18 types. What are those? First is A, Rasva, Dirgha, Pluta. Now take Rasva, it is once again 3 types, Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita. And once again, each one, Udatta is also 2 types, Anunasika, Ananunasika. Then how many types? So 3 into 2. 3 into 3. 9 into 2.
19 types.
9 into 2 is 30. Huh?
18.
It's 18 times. That means one A will be 18 times. In our day-to-day language, how many types A we pronounce? 2. Rasva and Dirgha. In our normal pronunciation, normal Sanskrit, normal day-to-day life. But in the Vedic mantras, it will be 18 types and pronunciation is also 18 ways you should pronounce. That means that much precision you should maintain. So, if it is Anudatta, Pluta, otherwise it is a Pluta Akara with Udatta and Anunasika, like that only you should pronounce. If you pronounce that in another way, then result will be different, like in the case of Uttarasan.
Can you give example?
Acha. Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita. So, Anunasika, Ananasika. Actually, if you take Akara A, Akuha Visarjaniyanam Kanta. That means Kanta is origin for the Akuha Visarjaniyanam. Akara, who means Kakagaganga. That means is 5. Ku is known as Ku. Akuha Visarjaniya means Visarga. So these are all produced from where? From Kanta, actually. So first Akara should be produced from Kanta, and if it is a Pluta, actually, and it is a Pluta means then you should pronounce that for so 3 matras. If it is Harasva, 1 matra time you should take, and it is Dirgha, 2 matras. How to know 1 matra, 2 matra, 3 matra? So example is ooh, ooh, ooh. What is that? Coo, coo, coo. You know our cock they early morning they do na. From village anyone know that? Yeah. So cock how they pronounce? How they how it makes sound? Coo, coo, coo. Like that. Coo, coo, coo. Like that. That means 1 matra, 2 matra, 3 matra. You should imitate like that. If you don't know what is Rasva Dekha Putta, you should learn from cock. So, if it is Akara, Dirgha, Akara, and also Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita. Udatta means you should use, Anudatta means you should use the lower part of your throat. And if it is the Udatta means higher part. And Swarita means both you should use. Lower and higher part of because from wherever it is produced, that means it is produced from Kanta, and from lower Kanta, if it comes this Akara, then that is Anudatta. And if it is coming from the upper part of the Kanta, then it is Udatta. And if it is want to be Sarita, then it should be produced from upper and lower. And Harasva means it should be only for 1 matra. And Anunasika means it should also use nose. Okay? Very difficult actually. It will discipline the people actually. Those people who learn Vedic mantras in their early life, they are very disciplined and their brain will flourish like anything. Actually, engineers, they use most of their brain are the traditional scholars. Traditional scholars, they use most of their brain. Engineers, nothing. IITians भी कुछ नहीं actually. जब जाके देखो जब शास्त्र पढ़ेंगे तब पता चल कुछ नहीं. I know engineering also. I have studied sastra some extent, not fully. I know very little sastra. So then, yeah, that's the way to pronounce various varnas. And these karma kanda, the mantras in karma kanda, they has to be pronounced as it is. Otherwise, there will be pratyavaya, reaction will be there. Brahman also will go and Yajman also will go. And nowadays they are doing yajnas. How much reaction they are getting, we don't know. So-called yajnas. Our devotees, they do nursing yajna, all these are all. They invite our acharyas. They are not from karma kanda actually. Using their Vaishnava mantras and simple they do.
So sometimes they do Narsimha Yagya for some planets influences there, so to reduce the Ketu and like that. So is it Karma or
Jyotisha is not karma kanda. Jyotisha is a eye. So it's a Vedanga. So you can know what is going to happen in your life based upon your prarabdha karma. So that can be calculated. Your prarabdha karma can be calculated by using your birth chart. What time you took birth and at that time what is the position of the planets. Based upon this position, you can easily know what is your nature, what was your past, and what is going to happen in your future.
to change it if I do Narsimha Yagya?
Not bad actually. So, but we are aspirant of pure devotion. So try to increase our sraddha and try to become sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam. But it's not bad. Instead of going for the devatas, if you go for Krishna, it's good. But if you become addicted to get the using this Vaishnava mantras to get the material results, so as aspirant of pure devotion, you have to check this. So that's why you cannot expect that everyone to become a pure devotee in the next day when you meet him. है ना? बन जाएंगे? नहीं. Let them do what is the problem. But you should remind them this is not pure devotion. They should always be in association of pure devotees. But now they are getting so much pain of this prarabdha, and if they want relief, let them use what is the problem. We are using so-called science and technology and everything. And what is wrong if we use the Vaishnava mantras? But those didn't develop such a strong faith. But your duty also to guide them to become pure devotees. And when they come to the pure devotion, then they should not do that. When they come to the pure devotion, they should maintain anyavilasha sunyam and they should leave all the karma kanda attitude actually. Satisfying pitru devatas, demigods, this thing they should leave. And looking for the horoscope, no. Once you renounced everything and you submitted yourself for Krishna, then your faith should be on Krishna, not on the other than Krishna. No, directly on Krishna only. Otherwise, it is a drawback actually in our pure devotion. So that's why in the Daiva Varnashrama, in our chart, so we don't go for here. We don't go for karma kanda here. Anything we want, we will dependent on Krishna. Till the time what? Drashraddha. So after that, Drashraddha, Anyavilasha Sunya. Drashraddha means you got Drashraddha means what? You are not desiring anything else. Anyavilasha Sunyam. And also your Bhakti, your Krishnanusila means Gnana Karma, the Anavrita Krishnanusila. Your Bhakti, your Krishnanusila means is not covered by the Karma and Gnana. That means what? You are doing direct devotion.
In this section of Devi Deva Varnashrama, one can use like devotional activities as a karma. For example, like one can become Bhagavatam reciter and use it as a profession for earning money. So, is it called as karma or is it be under Devarnashram?
See, we have to see the activity by activity. Someone is doing the farming and he is asking Hari, so my dear Hari, please give nice yield so that I can sustain my family. Okay, that thing is different one. Okay, now making direct devotional activity as a business, that's different actually. We don't allow that.
That is not even karma.
Not vikarma. That is so kanashaloba for earning kana means food, grains. If we do like this, then that is wrong actually. That's directly you are making Bhagavad Katha as a business. So that's why we have to see the activity by activity. If they got pay material, they want material relief. Now they are feeling hungry. Their family members are feeling hungry, and now they are doing karma and they are expecting approaching Vishnu to give the result of their karma. That's okay. So that's why Dayavarnashrama is an area we have to explore and work it on it. Our community, we should make our own rules. We have to make a proper systems actually. It's still very kacha area here. Varnashrama curriculum, I just made it actually. To be in that city, in that society, what subjects we should learn, how much Jyotisha we should learn, how much we should learn, where Vastu, and so and so, other sciences. So agriculture, what kind of practices we should follow, which are not against our goal, that is entering into pure devotion. So such a practices we should. So it's a thoughtfully we should design this system.
Bro, how this system can be integrated is the Brahminical classroom system. Use their profession just like that as a use their duties as a profession. Then this system can be collapsed. Otherwise, like this is one loop.
Yeah. So we have to first of all let us see, come together and people. So with the spirit of entering into pure devotion, so people should mutually accept the things based upon the sastra. So practices. Now agriculture, if you do, you cannot use the fish or some kind of they use flesh actually, some kind of waste materials from the butcher shops. So they can bring and they can manure, they can make manure and they can use. Some people they use that as a manure, but in our practice we don't use. That's why we have to see as a aspirant of pure devotion, what kind of practices should be done, what kind of consciousness is allowed. Okay. Then we can see the loopholes also. Then how to rectify that loopholes. And this is the Prabhupada wanted actually through Varnashrama college. When we start doing things, and then we will be keep on progressing and trying to come to the system, proper system. In due course of time, it may take few years, or few decades, or centuries. But if you leave karmis, that means making the devotees, and that means you are giving the seed of devotion, and if you leave them like that in that karmis association, एक छोटा सा जैसा ऐसा है ना, और इधर डीर का बच्चा को ले जाके शेरों के बीच में रख दिया, क्या होगा? हिरण का बच्चा को शेरों के बीच में रखेंगे, क्या होगा? खा जाएंगे। वैसे ही किसी को भक्त बना के और नॉन डिवोटीज के बीच में रखेंगे तो वो लोग क्या करेंगे? खा जाएंगे पूरा की पूरा उसको, भक्ति को और उनको। Okay. So in this age, the Brahmanas are neither well versed in the Sanskrit language nor very pure in practical life. Ajkal Brahmanas, so-called caste Brahmana, mostly we see so-called Varnashram system based upon caste, actually birth. But that is not proper system actually. It is a degraded system. So original system means we have to see the quality, and so guna karma. Based upon the quality, Varna should be given. But by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can attain the highest benefit of sacrificial performance. Even if the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is not chanted properly, So that is the Vaishnava mantras have this kind of glory. Karmakanda mantras has to be chanted as it is. Otherwise, there is no result. And on top of that, there is a pratyavad, reactions. But in the Vaishnava mantras, even if you chant it, that mantra not properly and also no shraddaya helaya. So even sankirtim parihasyam. That means anyway, if you pronounce it without whatever consciousness you might be having. So, but it is going to give result. So such activity is known as direct devotion. Chanting and circumambulating and hearing holy name. These are all direct devotions. Because even if you do unconsciously, consciously also, if it is going to give result, then that is known as the direct devotion or Swarupa Siddhava. That itself, by Swarupa itself, is Bhakti. So, but to do direct devotion can be done by anyone. To do direct devotion, there is no need of any Shraddha also. But to do pure devotion, what is needed? Shraddha is needed. There is Shraddha. Otherwise, you cannot do direct devotional activities for 24 hours. For doing bhakti, there is no need of any kind of Shraddha. But for doing pure devotion, Shraddha is needed. Yes? It's clear for everyone? Sadhu? Clear, no? Eh? For doing devotion, there is no need of Shraddha or any qualification. Even a dog can do devotion. Yes or no?
Yes, devotion is mixed.
A devotional activity, hearing holy name. So if dog is hearing kirtan, is it doing devotion or not? Yes or no? That means for doing devotion, is there any qualification is needed? No. But for doing pure devotion, qualification is needed or not? Okay, that is the point. Shraddhavan only can do. That is Shraddhavan only can do pure devotion. People here, they do mistake actually. अरे भक्ति करने के लिए क्या है? कुछ भी वो कर सकते हैं. भक्ति तो कोई भी कर सकते हैं. ऐसा बोलते हैं. और वो लोग क्या करते हैं? People what they do? They mix up bhakti and शुद्ध भक्ति. भक्ति तो कभी भी कर सकते हैं और कॉर्पोरेट में भी रहकर कर सकते हैं. हम कहीं भी रहकर कर सकते हैं. ये सब क्या है? आप ये सब बोलते दया वर्णाश्रम, ये वर्णाश्रम, पाल तो दिमाग खराब, ये सब बोलते हैं. Bhakti can be done anywhere, even a dog can do. Are, what you know about bhakti? Tell me. माइक लेके बोलो.
गुरुजी, इसमें बहुत सारे भक्त ऐसे बोलते हैं असली में भक्ति तो शुद्ध भक्ति होती है.
हाँ, भक्ति तो शुद्ध ही होती है.
या फिर शुद्ध भक्ति को ही भक्ति बोलना चाहिए, बाकी तो भक्ति नहीं है. फिर
तब तो कोई भक्त नहीं है.
अल्टीमेटली वो ये कंक्लूजन पे निकलते हैं कि एक्चुअल में कोई भी ये भक्त नहीं है, मतलब जो हमारे साथ रहते हैं, तो हमको सेवा इनकी नहीं करनी चाहिए, हमको शुद्ध भक्ति की सेवा करनी चाहिए, क्योंकि भक्ति असल में शुद्ध भक्ति ही होती है. तो they conclude like this. Why should we should only follow pure devotees.
So that's why they are leaving this place. Still staying and eating.
They don't, they criticize.
They criticize and they are leaving or not?
They are like rebels from in the institution.
Huh?
They don't live.
They are not leaving and eating, and why they are commenting like this? Yeah, the point is, see, we are all aspirants of pure devotion. We are all now what? Aspirants of pure devotion. But we are not pure devotees, but we are trying to become pure devotee by getting the qualification to do pure devotion. What is that? Vidura Shraddha. Firm faith. We want to surrender fully to Krishna. We are trying to become that. And that's why we are together and we are trying to time, we are trying to get the association of pure devotees who can rise up. And we are trying to protect our whatever existing little faith by being in association of devotees, friends, our devotee friends. So we are taking positively. Actually, we are not pure devotees, we are also saying. But we are not rejecting anyone. Actually, we are trying to. So, how to become pure devotee? How to get that qualification? How to increase our faith by studying regularly Bhakti Shastras deeply, scrutinizingly. And is there any misunderstandings I have till now in my understanding? Let me clarify that from sisters. This is our spirit actually. With sister persons, we are yes. So here devotion means pure devotion. That's true. That is, we are aspiring. And we are all not we are not devotees and we are not doing any devotion, then why we have to serve? Then why you want to eat? Then that is not right. Then you want to eat their food, then why you are eating? Then go away. So we are also accepting we are not pure devotees, but we are trying nature. So now what my point is, bhakti means any bhakti activity I am saying, simple bhakti activity like chanting holy name is bhakti or not? Yes, hearing holy name is bhakti or not? To do this, there is no need of any qualification. But to do pure devotion, there is a performer need qualification. So what is pure devotion and devotion? Difference, what is that? Any activity, hearing, chanting is devotional activity. But pure devotion is 24 hours doing direct devotion. So to do that, he needs qualification. That person should be fulfilling the criteria of anyabhilashita sunyam. That means he should not have any kind of desires. And gnana karma adi anavrita krishnanuselvam should do. That whatever his devotion, that should not be covered with karma or the gnana. That means he should not mix karma and gnana with that. So that who will get that kind of understanding? Who can fulfill the criteria of the Anyabhilasha Sunyam? Those hear Shastra thoroughly. Shastri yukti cha nipunaha. Drudha nischaya. Whoever is having drudha nischayata towards bhakti, such a person. That means he should be nipunaha. So to bring that kind of qualification in you, so you have to work hard to learn Shastras. Otherwise, it will not come like that. Akasya uttar ke nahi. By pure devotees association, you get kripa. By that kripa, Mangalodayam happened. Mangal to ho gaya, lekin aapko kaam karna hai. What is that? Studying scriptures, Bhakti Shastras, and get that qualification. So the symptom of that qualification is what? Dhrashraddha's symptom is full surrender. So qualification is full surrender. Sorry.
One more point regarding this is we say like we are not pure devotees, but whatever we are performing, it is pure devotional service.
Pure devotion service, one activity is not pure devotion service. That person, you should take with reference to the person. Sraddhavan will do pure devotion. Anyabhilashita sunyam should be there in the person. Person heart should be free from the desires. Person's heart should be in that heart, whatever devotion is there, that should not be covered by the karma and jnana. That means you should not feel importance of karma and jnana for being bhakti. That kind of consciousness is needed. Then that for a farmer's devotion is known as pure devotion, not the activity. So that's why Shraddhavan will do. All the time you can see Shraddhaluhu, Shraddhavan like that in the Shastra. The Jata Shraddha, that one who got Shraddha, he will do devotion. So, like that. Shraddha is not the qualification of bhakti. Shraddha is the qualification of performer. So, who is having Shraddha, Vidura said that person will do pure devotion. But any devotional activity can be done by anyone. And if this performer is doing devotion, that means direct devotional he is doing, but to kill someone he is doing 24 hours, he is doing direct devotion to kill someone. Then that bhakti is known as tamasi bhakti. That means bhakti becoming tamasa? No, bhakti is always transcendental only. But now if you take a crystal and if you keep a red color cloth near to that, then this crystal, how it appears? Reddish. Similarly, bhakti is like crystal, always pure, but when it is in that heart, killing someone, that kind of thought is there. And also in that same heart, bhakti is there. Then this bhakti is now tainted with tamas. That's why it's known as tamasi bhakti. Bhakti, nobody will make bhakti is tamas. But here it is tainted actually that. It's reflected in that. In the heart. In the heart of the performer. That is tamasi bhakti. Okay, next. न विदामेह देवानां हेलनं वयमन्वपि यन्न गृह्णन्ति भागान् स्वान् ये देवा कर्म साक्षिणः.
Dear King, we do not find any reason that the demigod should feel insulted or neglected in any way, but still the demigods who are witnesses for the sacrifice do not accept their shares. We do not know why this is so.
We also don't know. It indicated herein that if there is negligence on the part of the priests, the demigods don't accept their share in sacrifice. Similarly, in the devotional service, there are offenses known as seva parad. Those who are engaged in worshipping deity Radha and Krishna in the temple should avoid such offenses in service. Temple. घर में नए नए लोगों फोटो रख के थोड़ा करने के लिए प्रयास करते हैं, उनका थोड़ा सा एक्सक्यूज है. Okay. But in the temple, that means temple worship who can do? Pancharatrik Vidhi, according to Pancharatrik Vidhi, who are getting mantra, diksha, those person only can worship in temple. So our temple worship is according to Pancharatri Vidhi. You should remember, to do that you must get so diksha, second initiation. Diksha means not first initiation. So should avoid such offenses in service. The offenses in service are described in the nectar of devotion. We have seen big list actually. If you simply make a show of offering services to the deity but don't care for the seva pra, certainly the Radha Krishna deity will not accept offering from such a non-devotees. I want to share something in this too. Patram pushvam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti pakritam asnami prayatatmana. Here in this, how many times bhaktya came?
Three.
Huh? Three. Three. कुछ भी बोल देते बस. अच्छा लगा थी. मुझे डाउट लगा कि सच में 3 कहाँ है. इतना कॉन्फिडेंटली बोलने लगे. अरे 3 बार कहाँ आया चलिए.
In the heart of the
Okay. Bhaktya and Bhaktya, 2 times it came. So here there is significance is there, the word Bhakti actually. Here, if you see the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti, Atra Bhaktya iti karanam trityayanam bhaktipahkrutam iti ponaruktyam syat. Ataha saharate tritiya bhaktya sahita mad bhakta ityartha. So, Bhakti से भगवान को फल फूल भक्ति से भगवान को भक्ति से समर्पित करना है। ऐसा 2 बार भक्ति से करके नहीं लेना चाहिए। एक पहले भक्तिया मैंने भक्ति से, ये भक्ति से किसके पास साथ जाएगा? परफॉर्मर के साथ जाएगा। पहले वाला भक्ति माने भक्ति से फल फूल को भक्ति से ऑफर करना चाहिए। माने व्यक्ति भक्ति से फल फूल को भगवान को भक्ति से ऑफर करना है। माने वो व्यक्ति के पास क्या होना चाहिए? भक्ति होना चाहिए। माने जो इसीलिए माने भक्ति रहने वाला व्यक्ति ही ऑफर करना चाहिए। इसके अर्थ ये है, सो लॉर्ड इज गोइंग टू एक्सेप्ट दोज पीपल्स flower, water, whatever fruit. So whose fruit he will accept? Whoever is having bhakti. So that means someone, he is not a devotee and just so you just he came to your base, started coming. Hey, you became lazy and you said, hey, Prabhu, you just offer that offer that fruits or that boga. So Lord, that means he मुश्किल से 1 राउंड जप कर रहे हैं, 2 राउंड. Lord will take him from him. No, he will not take. क्योंकि सोची अत्र सहार्द्य तृतीय भक्त्या सहित मद भक्ता है इत्यर्थः. That means Lord's duty, his duties. That means all the time whoever is doing devotion, such a person should accept. ऐसा कोई ऐसा दारू ने बहुत मैंने भगवान के अतिरिक्त चीजों को बहुत मजा लेते रहते हैं, एंजॉय करते रहते हैं, और ऐसा व्यक्ति आके अभी भगवान आप खाओ बोलते तो भगवान खाएगा क्या? आई डोंट वांट टू ईट. कौन है तुम? मेरा क्या होते तुम? अब आपको भी कोई ऐसा ऐसा आलतू फालतू लोग देख लेंगे क्या? नहीं. आप कौन है मेरे लिए? हम क्यों लेना है आपसे? भगवान का भी ऐसा ही फीलिंग है. लॉर्ड ऑल्सो इज हैविंग सेम फीलिंग. ही शुड बी ए डिवोटी, मद भक्ता, मद भक्ता. So offering who should do? Whoever is serious in that, he has to do. Serious person he has to, because offering food is not an easy thing to the Lord. It's the biggest activity.
Okay, let us say one serious devotee. It's not one is one service is for the Lord, another service is offering. Should we engage in
Cooking also should be done with devotee. A devotion where is that?
both of these two, which is more important? Like where
Both.
where if one is devotee is there, where should we engage for offering the
Both. Huh? Actually, to be frank, actually we are not following standards. That's why we are not getting any happiness actually, even after preaching so much. Fact is fact. You should accept fact. कितना पानी मिलाते जाएंगे दूध में उतना टेस्ट खत्म होते जाएगा. जितना पानी मिलाएंगे उतना टेस्ट जाएगा. अब पूरे नाम के ऊपर ऊपर से बोलेंगे हम इतना है तो कोई बोल कोई. Fact is fact. Principles cannot be watered down actually. So process may be watered down and you may get external results. And you cannot justify that kind of practices also with the devotional principles. No. We can't support like that. You have to raise your practice level to the standard of the sastra. You cannot bring the meanings of sastra as per to convince or to support your practices. No. People they do like that. They try to pamper and they try to reduce the meaning of sastra to justify their activities are right and nice. That kind of the transparency is needed actually. Transparency to accept the right philosophy as it is and try to change. Try to change and try sincerely endeavoring. Should be there. Then there is a progress. Justifying our practices by reducing the meaning of this sloka or this sastra. That's not good. So here clearly Lord is saying that bhaktya sahitaha, that means mad bhaktaha ityartaha. My devotees should offer the flower fruit. My devotees. That means whoever is very serious in devotion. Best is pure devotee. Tena mad bhakta vinnaha janaha tatkalikya bhaktya yat prayachati. That means here clearly Vishwanath is writing Tena mad bhakta vinnaha. That means whoever is not my devotee. So janaha, that means person. Tatkalikya bhaktya. That means with a temporary devotion. Yat prayachati, whatever he gives, tat, that one, tena upahrutam, whatever is given by him, pushpadikam, patra pushpadikam, that means flower fruit, na eva ashnami. I will not eat. Not accept, he will accept, but he will not eat. Accept कर लेंगे, लेकिन उसको आप साइड में रख देंगे और तुमको ये चाहिए तो ले, वो फेंक देंगे उसकी चारा पर, ले वो खाएंगे नहीं, वो दे रहेंगे. अब देखो आप भी कभी फल फूल लेते हैं और किसी को इतना अच्छा नहीं तो दे दिया, उनको जो दे दिया बस उधर रख दी, सड़ गया फेंक दिया बस. ऐसे होते नहीं. अब इच्छा नहीं उनका, क्योंकि प्रेम से नहीं दिया है, हम क्यों लेंगे, खाएंगे नहीं. हाँ
ऑफरिंग करते हैं,
हाँ.
we say we offer it to, and then Guru offers.
Guru also follow Krishna.
अभी कोई new
Guru will follow the same instruction what Krishna is saying.
so then
सब कुछ गुरु पर तोप दो और बस हम जो मनमानी कर. Guru is there to discipline us.
So new devotee should not offer.
Can read that.
photos
Photos there.
Photo joto yogi sab Bhagwan. Everything is Lord Himself. So even if you write a name, so Krishna on a paper, and if you keep there, that is equal to Krishna. It will come in the 11th canto.
Sometimes the photo is also not there. We can chant the holy name and then
You take. But the point is here, so tatkalikya bhaktya, with some temporary devotion, even if you have tad naiva asnami. Here na grihnami, na he is not saying na asnami. ऐसे थाली में रखा ऐसा नहीं कि सब कुछ आप खा रहे हैं, तो वैसा ही सब आपको जो दिया सब कुछ आप खाएंगे क्या, ऐसा जरूरत नहीं. भगवान भी ले लिया तो भी इसका अर्थ नहीं कि वो खा लिया. ततश्च मद्भक्त एव पत्रादिकं यत् ददाति तत् तस्य अहम अस्नामि यथोचितम उपयुञ्जे. That means madbhakta, my devotee, whatever he gives, that I will eat. That too यथोचितम, whatever, that means जो उचित है वही खाऊंगा. भक्त देने के बाद भी उनके लिए जो उचित है वही खाएंगे. ये कैसा है, ये उचित क्या है, कीदृशम, किस प्रकार की उचित है, तो बोला जा रहा है भक्त्या उपहृतम न तो कस्यचित अनुरोधादिना दत्तम इत्यर्थः. That means he is my devotee and also you should give with devotion that item, then only I will eat. devotee devotion से देना है, वो डिवोटी होना चाहिए. और ऐसा एक डिवोटी होकर अभी वो ऐसे किसी अनुरोध से, अरे ऐसे लिए भी कुछ एक रूल है भगवान को देना इसीलिए दे रहा हूं, ऑफर कर रहा हूं, तब नहीं खाएंगे. कैसा है, प्रेम से ऑफर करना है. डिवोटी भी प्रेम से ऑफर करना है, उनका डिमांड देखिए. मम्मी दिया तो नहीं खाएगा वो, मम्मी प्रेयर से देंगे तभी खाओ. बच्चा बोलते हैं ऐसा मार के खाओ, नहीं खाएगा तो कमजोर पड़ जाएगा, खाओ, ऐसा करके जबरदस्ती बोलते खाएगा वो, नहीं खाऊंगा मैं. भगवान मम्मी लेकिन नहीं. सो भक्त भक्ति से देना है, इधर अर्थ यही होता है. किंच मद्भक्तस्य अपि अपवित्र शरीरत्वे सति न अस्नामि। भगवान का भक्त है लेकिन अभी अपवित्र शरीर से जाकर इसे ऑफर तो करना है, लेकिन अपवित्र है और उस शरीर से ले जाकर उधर रख दिया, नहीं खाऊंगा क्योंकि आपके पास भक्ति नहीं, साफ करके आने नहीं है, हम नहीं खाएंगे। उनका डिमांड हुई। That means प्रयतात्मनः शुद्ध शरीरस्य इति रजस्वलादयः व्यावृत्ताः। दस रजस्वला मैंने अशुद्ध शरीर से ऑफर नहीं करना चाहिए। मेरा भक्त होकर भक्ति से, मैंने किसी किसी अनुरोध से देंगे, मैंने किसी किसी जबरदस्ती कारण दे रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं। माने हमारा लेजीनेस को पूरा भगवान सहन नहीं करते। हटाओ, मेरे लिए सब कुछ करना है, तुम प्यार से, प्यार है तो सब कुछ करना है। ऐसे लड़की डिमांड करती है ना लड़कों को, क्यों नहीं करेगा ऐसा ये प्यार है भगवान। That means यद्वा प्रयतात्म शुद्ध अंतःकरणस्य मद्भक्तं विना नान्यः। शुद्ध अंतःकरण इति, that means शुद्ध अंतःकरण से भक्त देना चाहिए। इसीलिए उधर दो भक्ति का अर्थ वही हो, एक भक्त होना चाहिए और एक वो भक्त भक्ति से। भक्त होकर भी कोई अशुद्ध शरीर से नहीं, तो किसी अनुरोध के कारण दे रहे हैं। उनका कोई इच्छा नहीं भगवान को वो खिलाना, बस कोई दिए हैं तो इसीलिए उधर भगवान के सामने रखे, बस हो गया ऑफरिंग। नहीं, हम नहीं खाएंगे, जा। और उसको उसको ले आएंगे तो वो प्रसाद नहीं होगा। So that's why if we simply make a show of offering services to the deity but not care for the seva prasad, certainly केवल सेवा अपराध नहीं है, माने इसका अर्थ उधर केयर है। Prabhupada is writing same thing whatever we discussed there. Show off offering, even devotee, but he is doing show off offering, that means there is no devotion. First of all he should be devotee, temporary bhakti वाले के कोई चलता नहीं उधर, so we should be devotee. On top of that he should be, so with love he should offer, not show off. Certainly Radha Krishna Reddy will not accept offering. Certainly means certainly from such a non-devotees. Devotees engaged in the temple worship should not, therefore, manufacture their own methods, but should strictly follow the regulatory principles of cleanliness. Okay. And then offering will be accepted. Then offering will be accepted. Maitreya Vacha. Ango dijavacha srutva yajamana sudurmana tatprashtum visrajat vacham sadasya stadanugnaya.
Maitreya explained that King Anga, after hearing the statements of the priest, was greatly aggrieved. At that time, he took permission from the priest to break his silence and inquired from all the priests who were present in the sacrificial arena.
See, if you Prabhupada purports, he's writing in purports and also in the books very serious instructions. So initially to encourage new bhaktas, so you can see relaxed instructions, but he wanted everyone to come and to become serious actually. But in the books he always writes very seriously actually. कुछ भी चलेगा ऐसा नहीं. So, but newcomers and new people in the morning washroom conversation, you may see some light instructions, but don't. If on the same matter, if you find the one a light instruction and one serious instruction, then what you should follow? Serious instruction. हम लोग का क्या आदत होता है? लाइट वाला फॉलो करो, मजा ले. ये ह्यूमन टेंडेंसी सही नहीं. So then you should understand, you should give secondary meaning for that light instruction. Or in that place, then the circumstance that people are there, for them it is said like that, for time being like that, that situation is like that. But we should do this only. In that way we should take. Then our movement will progress and quality will increase. Otherwise क्या होगा, रोज का रोज गिरते जाएगा. क्या हेल्पमेंट बेहतर. Maitreya explained that King Anga, after hearing the statements of priest, was greatly aggrieved. At that time, he took permission from. Till now, my Anga was in Mauna silence. All they are performing yajna for devatas. They are inviting. They are chanting mantras, and no devata is coming and taking ablutions. And Anga was sitting in that, being yajman, he was sitting silently there and participating in that yajna. So, and they said, oh, nobody, no demigod is coming. We don't know. We are uttering mantras very nicely. Even Dravya is also very pure. We don't know what is the reason. So after hearing this, when Anga broke his silence, at that time, he took permission from the priest to break his silence and inquired from all the priests who were present in the sacrificial area. What is it? Nagacchantyahuto deva nagruhnanti grahaniha sadasaspatayo bruta kimavadyam maya kritam.
King Unga addressed the priestly order. My dear priest, kindly tell me what offense I have committed. Although invited, the demigods are neither taking part in the sacrifice nor accepting their shares.
Yeah. What offense I did, he was asked. Next. Sadasaspataya uchuhu naradeveha bhavato naradeveha bhavato nagam tavanmanak sthitam astyekam praktanamagam yadi he druk tvam aprajaha yadi he druk.
The head priest said, O king, in this life we do not find any sinful activity, even within your mind. So you are not in the least offense. But we can see that in your previous life you performed sinful activities due to which, in spite of your having all qualifications, you have no sin.
Yeah. In this life he didn't have any sin, but in the past life he has Anga. The purpose of marrying is to beget a son, because a son is necessary to deliver his father and forefathers from any hellish conditional life in which they may be. Actually, generally, marriage purpose is getting son. Actually, putra means punna manaraka rayate iti putraha. So, from hellish planets, the one who delivers, so from hellish planets is known as putra. Actually, so for that sake, they go for marriage. This is just a karma kanda rules actually, this system. Those who don't know pure devotion, so at least they know that their marriage purpose is not sense gratification, just but to get delivery from lower, to go to lower planets. So delivery from lower planets. This is their understanding. So that's why marriage means one should get son. Chanakya Pandit therefore says, Putrahinam gruham sunyam. Without a son, married life is simply abominable. Without some people, they are going for marriage, but they don't want to get children. So that is also not good actually. That's not good. Then be brahmachari. Then that woman can marry another. Yeah. If you don't want children, then why you want? बोलो. With a son, married life is simply, without a son, married life is abominable. It's general rule actually. Maybe one or two special conditions, maybe we can take it, but in general, people they go for marriage because what is the main reason to go for marriage? Huh? Devotees also enjoy. Huh? Because yes, so renounced life, who will take up? Those who are not having any desires. So those people will be taking up. So those who have desires, they go for marriage. Those who are doesn't want to so control their desires, then they go for marriage. To go for regulated marriage life so that they can get the regulated enjoyment. This is the purpose. And but that wherever there is enjoyment, also there is responsibility. What is that? They should have children and they should pay payment by raising up them so that so society will increase. So some maza hai or kuch saja hai. But you want maza, but there is no saja. It will not work. It will be reaction. So when you do sex, then result will be what? बच्चा निकल के आएगा और बच्चा को बढ़ाने के लिए पसीना निकल के आएगा तब हुआ क्या हो गया मजा इज इक्वेटेड विथ सजा फिनिश बैलेंस that means living entity got the opportunity to be in the society and he is getting chance of getting body you are becoming instrument in that so to become instrument in that so you got some honey maza this is a system given by Brahmaji actually so it's a deal that's why there is a pleasure and also there is pain responsibility King Anga was a very pious king in this life but because of his previous sinful activity he couldn't get a son. So Prabhupada is concluding. It is concluded, therefore, that if a person doesn't get a son, it is due to his past sinful life. If someone is not getting son means, what is the reason? Past life sin actually. That is the reason. बोलते हैं मेरा ये नहीं है वो नहीं स्पर्म काउंट कम है और सब क्यों कम हो गया past sin those are all doctors will find only the adi bhautika reasons but doctors they don't know adi daivika reasons so adi daivika adi bhautika adhyatmika so they don't know adi daivika reasons why lord and why these demigods they are not cooperating so that's why they want to measure all the situations using their instruments which are made with 4 defects eyes, hands, legs, functionality they want to measure with the instruments. But why the hand is not working? Because on hand also there is a devata. On eyes, on ears, everything there is a portion of devata is residing and he is sanctioning whether this hand should work or this eye should function. So, and who is checking the devata's so approval? Which instrument is checking? इसीलिए बोलते डॉक्टर्स भी क्या है भगवान की इच्छा होते तो operation success and patient also alive. Otherwise, operation account or instruments, operations is success, but account to Lord still patient, right? So that's why Adi Daivika reasons and past karma, who is going to see? Based upon karma only Devata sanctions. कल तक ये हैंड बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं लेकिन आज से काम नहीं कर रहे हैं प्रभु क्या हुआ अचानक अचानक क्या हुआ कर्म खत्म पुण्य खत्म हो गया इस हैंड को चलाने के लिए वॉट एवर पुण्य वाज देयर इट इज फिनिश्ड
So, then after medical treatment, it gets cured. So again, Devata they give us.
That's all. The sanction is there. Otherwise, operation success, result zero. How many people are getting cured after taking tablets? Very rare. What is the indicator? Increasing in medical shops and hospitals. Very few people they get. Yes, until unless there is no sanction, no.
But if it is totally on seen and piety, then his hand is not working because there is no account of piety. Only sin is there. So by getting medicine, his account of piety increases.
By getting
the medicine, his account of piety is increasing. That's why it is improving.
No. His piety is there, and also why he is able to get the proper medicine because of his karma support. And that's why now that after taking the medicine also, that because of his karma support, that's why it is working. Medicine is working. But same medicine took by the same two types of people with same disease, but one is died and another is alive. So that's why the law of karma is very subtle actually. Very subtle and very intricate. So that's a devotee, whoever is coming to the pure devotional platform, so who surrender, he see for everything Krishna's mercy is the cause. अभी खाना पच गए तो भी भगवान की कृपा से पच गए. His view will change. Like the Brahma Bhuta stage person, he tries to see everything as one. No differences. Similarly, pure devotee, so we'll see in everything behind what? Krishna's mercy. And karmis, they see karma. Prahlad Maharaj, that's why he says, even medicine, if we take, it is working means because of your mercy. That's the view of a devotee. Next. तथा साधय भद्रं ते आत्मानं सुप्रजं नृपः इष्टस्ते पुत्र कामस्य पुत्रं दास्यति यज्ञभुक्. O king, we wish all good fortune for you. You have no son, but if you pray at once to the Supreme Lord and ask for a son, and if you execute the sacrifice for that purpose, the enjoyer of the sacrifice, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, will fulfill your desire. So now these Brahmanas, they are suggesting that, my dear Lord, you do worship or you do sacrifice for Vishnu. If he comes, then automatically these devatas also will come and take. Because he is the main bhakta of the yajna. Tata svabhagadeyani grahishyanti devaukasah yad yajna purusha sakshat apatyaya harirvrata. When Hari, the supreme enjoyer of all sacrifices, is invited to fulfill your desire for son, all the demigods will come with him and take their shares in the sacrifice. Now what he is saying, these Brahmanas are saying that, so Sadaspataya, that means Brahmanas, who are members of that assembly. So do the yajna for Vishnu, then he will come. Then for Putra, Kameshti Yaga, you do for yajna for Putra, for getting a son. Then demigods also will come and take. Whenever a sacrifice is performed, it is meant for satisfying Lord Vishnu, the enjoyer of fruits of all sacrifices. That means if they see the performer, Vishnu is the main bhakta, then he is but he is desiring for the material result. He is still karmi, but his consciousness is raised. Karmi is also how many types? Karmi is also you can find many types. You see these levels. One is thief karmi, chor. Who is that? Steneva saha. So by satisfying devatas will give the rains to humans, and humans what they do? Out of that rains, whatever they produce, anna, they should give it back to demigods. And as a remnant, they can eat. After giving devatas, the remnants they can eat. Then they are not. That's why every grihastha has to do how many types of yajnas? What are those? Pancha. Panchasuna, 5 types of sins to remove, 5 yajnas. What is that? Pitru, Brahma yajna, Deva yajna, Pitru yajna, Bhuta yajna, and Nru yajna. These are the 5. Deva yajna, devatas. One should worship devatas. Karmis, I am saying. So, whatever they get from the devatas, they should give to the devatas, offer to the devatas. And if as remnants, if they take, then they are not thief. They are proper karmis. But if they eat for their own sense gratification without offering to the demigods, then he is a thief. And second is, if they give to the demigods, then he is okay. That's demigod worshipper. And some people, they give, instead of giving to demigods, they give to Vishnu and they ask him that karmina. That means I should be happy and I should be getting more and more results of my karma. They are not offering to him selflessly. No. Karmis they don't offer. Their karmi means kami, means lusty. It means having full of desires. Anything they do, they will be expecting return for that. So they do offer to Vishnu and they expect something. Even they are offering demigods so that they are asking next time also you give better rains, okay? Annad bhavanti bhutan. Parjanyadana. Rains are the main thing actually which can give food actually. Food comes from where? Food comes from Parjanya, rains. So these are the different levels of karmis, which is said in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So if karmi knows that Vishnu is the real enjoyer of this yajna, that means he's elevated karmi actually. And from him, if he is asking whatever he wants, that's good. That's good actually. Such a person, whenever he get the association of devotee or Gnani Sadhu, he can immediately pick up their teachings and so because they are in the mode of goodness. And whoever is worshipping demigods, they are alpa medasa. Their intelligence is less. And whoever is just eating for their own sense gratification, they are thief. So when Lord Vishnu comes to sacrificial arena, all demigods naturally follow their master. सब लोग सो रहे हैं अभी. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 विकेट्स डाउन हो रहे क्यों? क्योंकि अभी थोड़ा सा गर्मी भी लगने लगा ना इसीलिए. हाँ? ऑक्सीजन कम हो गया. और सही बात है, ऑक्सीजन भी कम हो गया. इससे क्या हो गया कि मस्तिष्क का ऑक्सीजन ना लेने से तो पूरा ढीला हो जाता है, चल पड़ जाता. 2-4 फैन लगाए तो अच्छा रहता ऊपर. 1947 से लगाया नहीं बोला जाता है. हर बार क्यों एसी लगाने, इतना खर्चा हो जाता है. तो मौसम ठंडा, मौसम थोड़ा हल्का फैन चलने से चले. तांस्तान कामान हरिर्दद्यात् ज्ञान ज्ञान कामयते जनः आराधितो यतैवेषा तथा पुंसां फलोदया. The performer of the sacrifice under karma kanda activities achieves the fulfillment of the desires for which he worships the Lord. That means akama sarva kamo moksha kamo dardi tivrena bhakti yoga nejeta purusham param. So there Sukadeva Goswami is saying, Sukadeva Goswami or Sukadeva Goswami? Sukadeva Goswami is saying. What he is saying? So in the second canto, 3rd chapter, he is saying, na, so if you want this, you worship this demigod. If you want this fruit, then you worship this. Like that he is saying. And then finally he is saying that if you want everything, then you worship Vishnu. So in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that he awards benedictions to the worshippers according to his desire. The Supreme Personality of Godhead gives all living entities conditioned within this material world full freedom to act in their own way. But to his devotees, he says that instead of working in that way, it is better to surrender unto him. For he will take charge of devotees. So, इसमें क्या होता है? These people who are there, for them what is said? Okay, तुम जो चाहे वो करो. मात्रार्थम भवार्थम चा आत्मने कल्पनाय चा. So Lord, all the jivas are residing in the Karanodakasaya Vishnu with avidya, covered with avidya and their karma, previous karma. Out of his mercy, actually, he is giving the body. By glancing on Prakriti, all the jivas are coming out from him and They are entering into Prakriti, then after that, so that means there is a creation process, and finally Brahmaji is giving, as per their karma, subtle and gross bodies to that jivas. That means he is giving ahankara, chitta, buddhi, manas, indriyas, and gross body. Who is giving? Huh? Brahmaji is giving Baba. And before that, what is Jivatma's state? They are covered with avidya and karma. Okay? Avidya and karma. In the Karnavadakasaya Vishnu's body, how the jivas are there? They are the subtle body or not? Absolutely wrong. They are covered with avidya and karma. That's all. Not subtle body. Subtle body came from where? From Prakriti. So they all, when the complete dissolution happens, at that time, subtle and gross bodies dissolved or not? They also dissolved into Prakriti, and what they are going inside to the Karnavadakasaya Vishnu. What kind of jivas? Jivas which are covered with avidya and karma. That's all. And whenever he glances, those jivas are coming back into Prakriti. And Prakriti evolves, and then from Prakriti, Mahat, and after that, Tamasika Ahankara, Pancha Mahabhutas, Tanmatras, Rajasika Ahankara, Pancha Gnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, and Buddhi. And from Satvika Ahankara, so Manas is coming and using all these things. Then once again, ultimately, after so many events of the process, finally Brahmaji is giving to these jivas, so different bodies. So like this, jivas are given freely. Okay, take this body and do whatever you want, based upon your karma. Yeah. So like this, these jivas are given freedom to do karma, which are covered with avidya, and they have karma, and they are given with subtle and gross bodies. And they are doing what? Will they see towards the Lord? Oh, I have to do devotion. Like that, will they come? Those jivas which are covered with avidya and karma and having subtle and gross bodies, that jivas, can they come automatically towards the Lord? No, impossible. So then what they need to come towards the Lord? Association. Towards, that means to turn towards the absolute truth. Even to come to the Brahman realization, so they has to get association of man. So otherwise they are here. But what Lord is saying to these karmis, ja tum jo. Karmis, Lord will interfere into the karmis life, and willingly will he do anything? No. What he says, as per your karma, whatever you should get, I will sanction that. Being a Paramatma inside you, I will do that. मेरा काम कुछ नहीं, जाओ तुम जो करना है करो. लेकिन because of fortune, actually, because of Mangalodayam, if you are able to turn towards the Lord, that is what is that Mangala? Who is cause for that Mangala? Parama Swatantra Bhagavad Bhakta Sangha Tat Krupa Jata Mangalodayena. This you all has to remember this. Parama Swatantra Bhagavad Bhakta Sangha Tat Krupa Jata Mangalodayena. परम स्वतंत्र भगवत भक्त संग तत्कृपा जात मंगलोदयेना. जब मंगल हो गया हमारा मंगल करने वाला कौन? वही भक्तों की कृपा. भगवत स्वतंत्र भगवत भक्त संग तत्कृपा जाता. So then this जीवात्मा turn towards the Lord. अदरवाइज ऐसे ही बस मस्ती करती रहती है. अब शास्त्र सामने रखते तो भी शास्त्रों में वही समझ में आता है उनको जो मजा लेने के काम है. और विष्णु को भी कैसे देखते हैं? एक भगवान की जैसा, सुप्रीम पर्सनालिटी ऑफ गॉड, एंड माय सर्विस इज eternal to him, and that I have to do like that. We will realize no. He will see him also as one of the demigod. विष्णु also. किताब सामने रखते तो भी समझ में नहीं आएगी. क्यों? मंगल का उदय नहीं हुआ. मंगल का उदय नहीं हुआ. तो मंगल का जब उदय होगा तभी बुद्धि में जाता है सब कुछ अंदर. Then only it will go into rightly. बढ़िया भक्त से मंगल होगा तो और भी अच्छा होता है, फास्टली जाएगा, नहीं तो थोड़ा सा धीरे से जाएगा, नहीं तो अपराध रहेगा तो भी धीरे हो जाएगा. तो that's why what Lord is saying to such a people, hey, why you are waiting? Leave all these things. As per your body, whatever duties you get, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanprastha, Sannyasi, leave everything. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam. Chant my names all the time. And hear my names. And do worship. Do parikrama to me. My dham. And you be always in my service, direct service. अरे इसमें बीच में कुछ मत रखो यार, अपना और हमारे बीच में ये कर्म को क्यों ले आएगा, कर्म करके रिजल्ट आप करूंगा, नहीं, ये सब क्या जरूरत, मेरा डायरेक्टली प्यार करो, ऐसा बोलते हैं नहीं किसी आपका पिताजी आपको डायरेक्टली नहीं देते और किसी को आपका घर के बगल वाले को देकर और उनको बोलेगा मेरा पुत्र को दे दो, आपको कैसे लगेगा? कैसे लगेगा? अच्छा लगेगा? उनको डायरेक्टली देना चाहिए ना. आप डायरेक्टली उनके लिए करेंगे, नहीं तो और कुछ करेंगे और उसका रिजल्ट आते तो उसको दे देंगे, कैसे लगता है भगवान को? भगवान को भी तो प्रेम चाहिए ना, प्रेम का भूखी है वो भी. अरे सब प्रेम का भाषा और कुछ नहीं, बहुत बड़ा फिलॉसफी नहीं है. प्रेम से सोचेंगे तो बहुत आसान लगेगा आपको, टेक्निकल दिमाग लगा के बहुत खोजते रहेंगे तो कुछ भी नहीं है, उल्टा सीधा है यार.
प्रेम तो बहुत सारी वाला है.
प्रेम से सोचो. वो प्रेम नहीं बोल रहा, वो प्रेम नहीं बोल रहा मैं. थोड़ा सा मैंने इसीलिए भक्तों को भक्ति भगवत गीता बहुत आसान से समझ में आएगा, केवल स्पेकुलेटर्स को तो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है, क्योंकि वो भाषा प्रेम का भाषा है. भगवान बोल रहे सब छोड़ो और मेरा हो जाए, वही ना, अरे तो सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य. तब तक अभी तक कर्मी को क्या बोला गया, ए तुम तो ब्राह्मण क्षत्रिय अपना धर्म का करो, और उसके बाद जब पूर्ण शरणागत जब तक नहीं है, दृढ़ श्रद्धा नहीं है, तब तक भी उनको बोला जा रहा है तुम तावत कर्माणि कुर्वीता न निर्विद्येत यावता मत्कथादो श्रद्धा यावन्न जायते. Krishna is also saying in the Uddhava Gita, tavat karmani kurita, till that time you should do karma. Till what time? So tavat karmani kurita na nirvidyeta yavata, that means nirvidyata, that means antakarana suddhi. Till that time you don't get antakarana suddhi, you should do your karma. Or otherwise he is saying matkathado shraddha, otherwise shraddha. From that sloka only this diagram came, Baba. Either this or that, then only till that time you should do what? Karma. Once you got Shraddha, then what is saying? Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. So that's why in the beginning he is saying that karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Karmanyeva adhikara asti te. Your adhikara is in karma. Why? Because he didn't get Shraddha, or otherwise he didn't get fully detachment. If he is eligible to go this side, if he is eligible to go here, or if he is eligible to be here, or if he is eligible to be here, then Krishna will say there is no need to do any karma and karmarpan. But Krishna is saying one to do karma, either you are not qualified to be here or either you are not qualified to be here. Simple actually. Try to understand our philosophy nicely and easily. एकदम इधर उधर नहीं करना actually. उल्टा सीधा speculation. So he's saying, if you are eligible for either to be here or here, then it's fine. You should not do any karma. So in the same, actually in the Bhagavad Gita, so in the 18th chapter, 66 sloka, he's saying that Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Why he's saying there? Actually, one to be here, whose kripa is caused, actually? Pure devotees. But in the case of Arjuna, he's telling that generally my devotees kripa should be cause you to leave all the, get this shraddha and leave the karma. But in your case, generally I break, sometimes for my devotees, sometimes I break my pratigna, like in the case of so Bhishmadev also. So I already took vow that in this battle I will not fight, but for sake of Bhishma Deva, I broke my own vow. Similarly, here also I am breaking and I am giving my mercy so that you become pure devotee and be in the pure devotion. Generally, who should give mercy? My devotee should give. But in your case, I am giving an exception. So, because in the second chapter, he said that you are eligible to do karma only. In the 9th chapter, yat karoshi yat juhoshi tadasyat. So there he said that you should do whatever you do, you should offer to me. That he is saying about. So you are qualified to do pradhani bhuta bhakti. Now in the 18.66, he is saying that you leave everything and do pure devotion. Actually, Krishna doesn't need, that means Arjuna doesn't need any kind of these instructions. He is already pure devotee, he is a Nara. But only through the medium of Arjuna, actually, so Bhagavad Gita is teaching to us actually. If you are not able to get the Shraddha, you have to do Karmarpanam. And you have to do Karma. Karmanyeva adhikaras. And whatever karma you do, yat karoshi, you should offer to me. That means this is the area, or this, or this. Then after that, if you are associated with the Bhakta sadhus, then you should get the Drashraddha and leave it. 18.66 also you can see. Oh, what is the time? Time is. Sorry. We'll leave this.
One question.
Yeah.
You said this Shuddha Bhakta, he gives mercy. But in case of Dhruva Maharaj, and you are searching a Lord, then God arranged a Narad. So Kripa came by through his Krishna only, not Shuddha Bhaktas gave Vicara.
So Krishna will give Kripa. Already he got, how he came to know about, he has to ask Krishna.
From her, yes, mother.
She is also devotee.
She was a devotee, but we cannot say.
You don't want to consider as a Shuddha Bhakta. Why you don't want to consider her as a Shuddha Bhakta? Okay, we'll end here and we'll meet at 1:30. 10 minutes late आए ना सब लोग, हम क्या करें? उस समय ऐसा क्यों नहीं देखता? मैं आके पहले बैठा आने वाला आएगा अपने जल्दी बोलो ऑफिस से मैं 4 बजे छोड़ दूंगा कहते 4:30 बजे I always forget time actually. Lower limits I forget. I remember.